Hi, this is part two of the QuickPass instructions. Um, what I've just done is opened up the Orange Urgent Care office key, and I've got the 3 appointments here that are made. Now, I didn't just put these in, these were automatically put in by QuickPass. Okay, the Mickey Mouse, the Donald Duck, and the second Mickey Mouse. Now, if you remember, Mickey Mouse was an established patient, Donald Duck was a new patient, and then I put in Mike Mouse as the third patient. So when someone self-registers, it's important. I made the user experience very clean, very smooth. They didn't have to enter a lot of information, which usually means that we have to go do a little bit extra work to clean it up and make sure everything was entered properly. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is look at each appointment and edit it. The system automatically defaults a provider. Okay, but as we know from registering patients on a normal day, the correct provider is the provider who's working that day. Now, the system doesn't know who's working that day, so you have to come in to each appointment and correct whoever the provider is for that day. Okay, so just correct the appointment. And then unfortunately, you have to choose the facility here, and there's usually only one option, so just choose your facility. All right, and then you just hit OK and you're finished. So you have to fix the provider profile, fix the facility, and hit OK. All right, and we just updated this first appointment. All right. Now, just like every other patient, you can select the patient when they get there, do whatever your normal process is for cleaning up all these demographics, okay? Entering the insurance, the responsible party, all that's done at the site. The patient doesn't do that online, okay? So all this stuff needs to be looked at, verified, and cleaned up. Okay, the second patient here was Donald Duck. He was a new patient. Again, all I need to do is edit the appointment, choose the correct doctor for the day, choose the facility, which there's usually only one, and hit OK. And now Donald Duck's cleaned up. All right, and then again, when Donald Duck gets there, since he's a new patient, you're going to have a lot more to enter most likely and more to verify. All right, so Mike Mouse I entered, which shows up as Mickey Mouse. The reason it grabbed Mickey Mouse is because, again, the zip code matched, the date of birth matched, the last name matched. The first name was questionable. And that's for scenarios when the patient's name's Michael, they enter Mike, or you've got them in the system as Mike, they enter Michael. All right. The way it flags you to know that something may be off is it turns it purple for you. Okay. So anybody who's purple in QuickPass, the system is questioning whether or not it got it correct. Okay, and the only way you're going to know is when the patient shows up. The patient's going to show up. You're going to edit the appointment to pick the correct physician. You're going to put in the correct facility. And when the patient shows up, you're going to select and edit them and make sure the system chose the right patient. If the system didn't choose the right patient, you've got to delete this appointment and create the correct appointment. Okay? 9 times out of 10, it does get it right when the name's spelled a little bit off. All right, so in summary, clean up each appointment. Clean up the appointment type first. When the patient gets there, clean up the demographics. Okay. As you're working throughout the day, each time you go in and out of your schedule, these will show up. If you're on the schedule right now, and let's say somebody actually scheduled their appointment while we're talking right now, it wouldn't show up here because this isn't a refreshed view. Now you're going to have to come over here and refresh it. But usually what happens is every time, while you're working, you're in and out of this screen anyway. You're adding patients, removing, adding patients, moving in and out. So as long as you're having a relatively busy day, these will show up. So you really just have to pay attention to everything that's on this side. And a good practice is, especially if it's an existing patient, print up all their stuff for them. Have the charge slip ready, have the demographic slip ready, this piece of it, and have it on a clipboard. And the second they walk in the door, you say, "Oh yeah, Mr. Mouse, we were waiting for you. Can you just verify this paperwork?" It's a lot smoother than waiting for they come in. What was your name? Oh, what time was your appointment? Oh, let me go print up your stuff for you. Try to do it in advance. It makes a lot smoother transition for the patient. It's a lot easier for you. Every once in a while, it's going to be wrong information. Every once in a while, you're going to have to update it. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be perfect. Okay? Any questions? You all know how to get in touch with me. Thank you.